Moment of truth. Fall is upon us. It is early morning. We're out the living space. All the girls are joining me for a cup of coffee and a fire this morning. Since it's chilly and it's kind of start of fall before they start school and before I start work outside, which I've already milked and also worked out and all that good stuff. But I take a break so I can eat some breakfast with them or spend some time with them. So we're gonna come out here, sit by the fire early morning. You see they got blankets on. It's about 50 something outside. Is it not an awesome morning outside, girls?
It's cold.
So it's just the Mac girls this morning. The two boys are asleep with Miss Mac over there. And we're just gonna spend a little time by the fire with some coffee.
Time is gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without.
But today we have, before we start our day on the farm, we have something that we can utilize on the farm for every kid. So it's a surprise that a company sent us. We'll talk about the company in a little bit, but let's see if they're a little excited about unboxing. These are AA2.
Oh gosh, that's for y'all guys. Oh my goodness, what size is this? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Wait, isn't this boots? Who's size 3? Who's size 3? Me and Alex. How do you get this box open? It's okay. Here, Liza. They're doing it. What pretty boots. These are size 3. They open, they're cold.
How do they feel?
They are so comfy. They feel so good.
Yours, Aiden?
It's hard opening. These are so big.
Oh, there's another box. Hold on, Jen. They comfortable?
They are.
They're the most comfortable.
They fit you good? Was the size right?
They do.
These are the most comfortable.
Harley, girls, y'all are stylish. That's all I have to say about those boots right there. Is those are stylish.
We're getting into the wet season, the cold season. So the company sent these to us and we got a pair for everybody, even Miss Mac and all the kids. So when we think about the farm, we wear boots on the farm daily. But when it comes to the rainy and winter season, you need something that's insulated, but also something that can deal with the mud and muck, especially dealing with our dairy cows and moving animals around, especially as low as we are. So we're gonna try these out. We think these are awesome. They feel comfortable already. You know, rubber boots tend to not be comfortable. They tend to rip and dry rot. These are gonna be the solution and answer to it. So check this company out. I'll leave it in our Amazon store below. Look into this company. They're not expensive, but they also have a good, comfortable fit, but also insulated, which is a big deal, especially for you hunters like I am. Aiden's has got a hunting look. Mine are more the dairy style. Check these guys out. All right, their link is in the description below. Be sure to check this company out. They are called HISEA, HISEA, as you see on the box. Not only are they a very good price already, there are some discount codes that we have provided for you, the Max 1, the Max 2. You will see those too. You'll be able to utilize those at checkout on our Amazon store. Please check them out. Had a great breakfast, got some animals moved. Now we're gonna pick these peas. They're actually looking really good. These are the first time we've grown these. These are called Louisiana Top Pick. And we will probably get, I say 5 to 7 gallons off of them, and Misty is gonna can these. We're gonna pick the first harvest, and then we'll probably have at least one more harvest off of them. These were just extra peas for no other reason but just to plant. Try to add some goodness back to the soil. We're gonna take the rest of it, chop and drop. We're gonna be planting right here some vetch, some hairy vetch, and also some red clover. Same way over here, some vetch. And we're gonna probably throw some rye in on this side, so that way these can be preparing for next summer or next spring corn. We're trying to do corn better each and every year. So we're gonna try cover crop versus doing tarps on this big sections here.
So today is finishing canning okra. I have a batch that I just put in my pressure canner and put the top on. I have another set of jars sterilizing in here. I have a little bit more okra out in the garden that I'm about to go get, bring in, wash, and cut up to put with this batch. And then the last thing that I will add after I pressure can all of this okra is my chicken broth. But I don't have any more space up here. So I'm thinking that it will be sitting on the very top. Who knows? I'm gonna find somewhere for it. But knowing that I have it out of the freezer and put up to where it won't spoil. It can't go bad if we lose electricity, lose power, or whatever. I still have those goods that are not perishable. So very thankful for that and the opportunity to have this canner. I love my canner. And for Miss Wanda down at Deep South, who took the time out to teach me the skill, I have definitely put those skills to work this summer. Waiting on some steaming from here. I'm gonna put my weight on and wait for that to pressurize up. Other thing I have to do is my bread over here. I've got some sourdough bread over there and kombucha. I have it partially made. I still have to get my jars pulled up and the kombucha in there with some pineapple juice, and then we're gonna call it a day.
First time moving calves in temporary fencing, we have the smart fence, or one of the smart fences set up to where it can be a run all the way over to the second set, which is going to be in the pasture back there. A little nervous just because they've never been in temporary fencing by themselves, never been in smart fencing by themselves. They've been in temporary fencing, but with net fencing that's back here, they've never been in the smart fence. So I'm anxious to see how they do, and also to be able to run this far. We're going to try to run them all the way. Moment of truth. This grass. This will be one of the new fields that we're coming to in just a few weeks with the dairy cows, but they're moving back to the further field just because it's a little bit harder to walk this far with dairy in the morning. Using the Gallagher S20. Hopefully it'll be enough for these cows. And also using the Gallagher Smart Fence. Very pleased with the Gallagher products. We're going to see if they do good with this Smart Fence though. We've got the little cows moved. It is literally fisting to rain, which is a good thing. We need a little rain. But before it rains, we need to get the cows moved, the big mamas. So the Herefords and Quarantino, the bull, need to be moved. You see they're by the pig forest, or right over there on the other side of the pig forest. But we're moving them right here in what we call the tree paddock. Look at that grass. It is absolutely beautiful quality grass. We're actually going slower with the big cattle, and because there's not, all the babies are not with them, the dairy's not with them, just because of the proximity of the dairy barn, and also that we're trying to course, you know, wean all the babies. So the babies are on a different place, the horses are on a different place in the permanent fields. So it's two mamas and one bull eating all this grass. So they have tons of grass and they can't catch up. But we need to get them moved here so I can bush hog where they're at, and hopefully getting them caught up with the babies. They should be almost dried up. They've been away from them for 2 to 3 weeks. I'm always wary that the babies are going to go back and try to nurse again. So I usually give them 4 to 6 weeks away from their babies, and then we'll put them all back together. But we really need them back together because they're hurting our rotation, because we have the cows on, the dairy cows on one rotation closer to the stanchion, horses in the permanent fields, calves on their own rotation, and the big cows back here. And that's not what we're wanting. We need them back. Basically, we need 2 movements of big animals, and right now we have 4, and that's not good. So that's why we're getting grass ate too quick down here, and that grass not ate quick enough back here. So we've got to figure that out. So I'm hoping to get these cow here in this part of the field next to the tree paddock, and the cast will basically work from where we just put them all the way back down and join them hopefully in about a week and a half, and then we'll start that rotation again back in the very back on the ground that's been sitting for 40 days. And the horses will keep these permanent fields until they're more comfortable here. The dairy will stay in their field and work the close proximity fields to the dairy stanchion and the deer paddock area that they're in, and we should catch back up. That's a lot said, but I know that makes no sense. But the whole purpose of permaculture and intense rotational grazing is making sure that you have enough feed for all your animals and make sure it makes sense and a sustainable movement. And right now I feel like we're just kind of handicapped until we get these calves weaned, horses trained, and mama's back with babies. Took a detour, of course, in normal Nelly fashion. She's a pretty cow, but she really gets on my nerves sometimes.